Chapter 1, Silence is Not Weakness, 1:34 o'clock. One of the biggest misconceptions in modern society is that quiet people lack confidence. We often assume that the loudest person is the strongest, the funniest, or the smartest. But psychology tells a different story. Intelligent people understand that every conversation is an opportunity to learn. When someone else is speaking, they are gathering information. They notice details that others miss: facial expressions, tone of voice, pauses, and emotions. Think about a skilled chess player. Before making a move, they don't rush. They observe the board carefully. They consider different possibilities and think several steps ahead. Speaking works the same way. Intelligent people pause before responding because they understand that once words leave your mouth, you can't take them back. Silence is not empty. It is filled with observation. When you speak less, you hear more. When you hear more, you understand more. And when you understand more, your decisions become wiser. This is why successful negotiators often allow the other person to talk first. Every sentence reveals information. Every unnecessary word becomes an advantage for the listener. The smartest people don't rush to express opinions. They first ask themselves, do I have enough information to speak wisely? That simple habit separates wisdom from impulsiveness. Chapter 2, Intelligent people think before they speak. 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock words can inspire, heal, encourage, or destroy. Intelligent people understand this responsibility. Before speaking, they ask themselves 3 important questions. Is what I'm about to say true? Is it necessary? Will it improve the conversation? Most people speak because they feel uncomfortable with silence. They fill every quiet moment with unnecessary words. But intelligent people are comfortable with silence because they know that not every thought deserves to be spoken. Imagine you're in a meeting. Someone criticizes your work unfairly. An emotional reaction might feel satisfying in the moment, but it can damage your reputation. A thoughtful pause, however, gives your brain time to choose a response instead of an impulsive reaction. Psychologists call this response inhibition, the ability to pause before acting. It is closely linked to emotional intelligence and self-control. This doesn't mean intelligent people never speak. It means they choose their moments carefully. Their words carry weight because they don't waste them. Chapter 3, Silence gives you the power to observe. 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Every conversation contains 2 types of information. The first is obvious, the words people speak. The second is hidden, body language, eye contact, tone, hesitation, and emotion. Research suggests that much of human communication comes from nonverbal cues. While exact percentages vary by situation, experienced communicators know that how something is said often matters as much as the words themselves. A person may say, "I'm fine," while their face, posture, or voice tells a completely different story. Quiet observers notice these differences. This ability helps them build stronger relationships, make better decisions, and avoid unnecessary conflict. Think of detectives, psychologists, and successful leaders. Their greatest strength isn't speaking, it's observing. Silence trains your mind to notice patterns others overlook. The more you observe, the more accurately you understand people. And understanding people is one of the greatest forms of intelligence. Chapter 4, Silence is a sign of emotional intelligence. 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Imagine someone insults you in front of a group of people. Most people react immediately. They raise their voice, defend themselves, or say something they later regret. In that moment, emotions take control. But intelligent people respond differently. They understand that emotions are temporary, while the consequences of words can last a lifetime. Psychologists describe this ability as emotional regulation, the skill of managing emotions instead of being controlled by them. People with strong emotional intelligence recognize anger, frustration, and disappointment, but they don't allow those feelings to make their decisions. Think of a calm lake. When the water is still, it reflects everything clearly, but when it is disturbed by waves, nothing can be seen beneath the surface. The human mind works the same way. A calm mind sees solutions. An emotional mind sees only problems. That is why intelligent people often pause before speaking. That brief silence gives their brain time to think instead of react. Silence is not hesitation. It is self-control. History is filled with examples of leaders who remained calm during moments of crisis. While others panicked, they stayed quiet, gathered information, and chose their words carefully. Their silence gave them the ability to lead when everyone else was overwhelmed. The next time someone tries to provoke you, remember this. The person who controls their emotions controls the situation. Chapter 5, Intelligent People Listen More Than They Speak, 12 o'clock 13:30. There is a reason we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listening is one of the most underrated skills in the world. Most people don't listen to understand. They listen only long enough to prepare their next response. While someone is speaking, their mind is already thinking about what to say next. Intelligent people do the opposite. They give their full attention. They observe not only the words, but also the emotions behind them. When people feel heard, they naturally trust the listener more. That is why successful therapists, negotiators, teachers, and leaders spend far more time listening than speaking. Every conversation becomes a lesson. Every person becomes a source of knowledge. The more you listen, the more you learn. And the more you learn, the wiser you become. Knowledge enters through the ears, not through the mouth. Chapter 6, Silence Creates Mystery and Respect, 13:30, 15 o'clock. Have you ever noticed that the people who reveal everything about themselves often lose their mystery? Intelligent people understand an important psychological principle. People value what they cannot easily predict. When you constantly explain yourself, share every opinion, or reveal every plan, you give away your power. Silence creates curiosity. It encourages others to wonder what you are thinking. This doesn't mean becoming cold or unfriendly. It means learning that not every thought needs to be spoken. Some dreams grow stronger when they are protected. Some goals succeed because they are pursued quietly. Many successful people work in silence for years before the world notices their achievements. Instead of announcing every plan, they focus on taking action. Results speak louder than promises. Remember this: empty barrels make the loudest noise, but deep rivers flow quietly. True confidence is calm, true intelligence is patient, and true power rarely needs to announce itself. Chapter 7, Intelligent People Don't Argue with Everyone, 15 o'clock, 17 o'clock. Have you ever tried to convince someone who refused to listen? No matter how many facts you presented, they rejected every point. Instead of a meaningful discussion, the conversation became a battle of egos. This is where intelligent people make a different choice. They understand that not every argument deserves a response. Winning an argument does not always mean winning in life. Sometimes you can prove your point and still lose your peace, your time, and your relationship.